It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the New Orleans Saints. Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle, as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. They come up on 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 23 yards on the play. The Chargers.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Home troops right. Crowd right. Home troops right. Ready.
Herbert now. And this will be incomplete. Quentin Johnston was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. You can look at the Saints' defense, and they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. They'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. Laying himself out in the end zone. And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A gain of 14. First down, Chargers.
Play action. It's Herbert. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be taken down across the 50 and the 45 in enemy territory. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go, set. Liking 18. Ready.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Pushing his way through. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 35 yards the game there. Another 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Let's go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor, maybe break the ice a little bit like you did in practice in that color jersey on the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. Whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for L.A. 51 yards.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. And now the rookie's free. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
It's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse, and this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. But if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brings up third and
13. 21-0 our score after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Let's go now.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
70, Timberwolves.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. David Ojabo running in to take him down. It's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Touchdown, New Orleans! A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And the rout is on here in this first half.
28. Chargers, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this one over the back line of the end zone when they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go. Because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down, Chargers.
Herbert back to the air. Pressure comes and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
It's second down.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that drops the deficit from 28 to 25. Now that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems
The
either.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Let's go.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. With this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
At the 34-yard line.
Tag. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Hut, hut.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll start from their own 5, so you'd have to imagine they'll stay conservative. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
From his own end zone, Herbert. To the left side, he's got McConkey. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 3rd down and 6.
Set. Cap it.
Now it's Herbert. He's going to air one out. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's to the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And it's a room to maneuver. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 95 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
23-yard line.
Come on, set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Right back to him on 1st down. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. With a 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And he'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
56. Chargers 3.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
From the 31, here's a second down and 9. Here's Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Now he's free at the 35. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Second down and 3.
Here we go. Here we go. Viking 18.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call the playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
From the 21, here's the second and 8.
59, 59. 59.
Herbert off of play action. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Here's Herbert. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 65 yards.
And the Saints are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Play after right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And bulldozing his way through. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Now a deep one for Johnston.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Herbert. And now here's another interception. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Get it.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
He's 211 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a Saints 1st down on the pickup of 13.
They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's up.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. I call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, out of line. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At the 41-yard line. Now a handoff running through the middle. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And that'll push the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And he is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 39 that time.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here. But it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche. Right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit, because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them. Not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continue to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
There he goes again.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score is Saints 84, Chargers 13.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they'll indeed take a knee. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. There he goes, right side. And he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Saints, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.
Take that pain, pass it down like bottles on the wall.